Hey guys, welcome back to What Naruto was raised by Kurama Part 6. Yes, sorry guys, I haven't been able to make these episodes. I've been planning my birthday party. Yeah, my birthday's on Monday, so I'm having the party on Saturday instead. Okay, where were we last episode? Last episode Naruto just called, Orochimaru, which meant that the third Hokage is gonna survive. Or does it? Who knows? I don't. It's like I do, but still. Yeah. And they're about to go into actual fighting exams. Actually, no, they're not. Training period. Yeah. So after dry learning, Naruto took down Orochimaru, something he can even do. He thinks, could this really be the killer prophecy? Which Naruto starts laughing, saying, yeah, of course I can. Dry being shocked by the saying, how do you know what I'm thinking? And he says, it's a little trick Kurama picked up. I can't, read your mind, but I can tell what you're thinking if you're not trying to stop me. Using any chakra or anything. And Jiraiya laughs at this and says, okay, kid, I guess we need to start training. And he says, I want you to try and develop your Rasengan. I know you can add all nature styles to it, but try adding Kurama's chakra, which hasn't thought about doing this before. And he does it, and his Rasengan turns purple, which he didn't expect. He expected it to turn the same colour as the fire star, just a bit darker. And he's like, cool. And he says, I'm gonna name this the Nine-Tailed Fox Ascent. And Kurama says, stop naming everything the Nine-Tailed Fox. You don't want everyone to know about me. Name it the Vermilion Rasengan, which they said. Which Naruto says, oh yeah, that sounds just as cool. And then Kurama says, if that's the case, don't name it that. And they both start laughing. And Jiraiya's looking at Naruto like a madman. And he says, oh yeah, Kurama. He says, oh yeah, I should probably summon him, shouldn't I, so you can talk to him as well. And he does this, and Jiraiya thinking he's going to destroy everything until he sees a mini Kurama. Like the one we see in the filler episodes, like the baby little Kurama. That just sits on Naruto's shoulder. Jiraiya laughs at this and thinks he's cute and goes to stroke him until Kurama blasts him away with just a bit of his chakra. Which Jiraiya yells at him saying that's not nice. Okay, instead of getting off topic, I'm going to go back to training. Yeah, so this time, as I was about to start training, Naruto says, hey, there's someone I want to train with. He'll help me get stronger. I see he has a better visual jutsu than you do. As you just have normal eyes, he has a Sharingan. And in this instance, he says, wait, there's another Uchiha left. As he only knows about Itachi. So he's thinking Itachi's going to train Naruto till he learns about Sasuke. But yeah, because he doesn't really know about Sasuke. That's just how it went to be. And then after finding Sasuke, they bring him and he's shocked, knowing now the fact that Naruto's training with a legendary Sannin. Which he's like, that's why he's so much stronger. And so Naruto blows up a mountain to prove his strength. And Sasuke just looks at it with a bit of a shocked expression. And then he says, whoa, that's cool. And then they start training, and he gets more training out of this with his, Kenjutsu, but, since Sasuke has the Sharingan, it's harder for Naruto than it is with Jiraiya. And Jiraiya doing this teaches him the blade technique that he learns, from copying Jiraiya's so it makes it easier for him to fight. Okay, after this, they do the lightning test, which Jiraiya already knows Naruto has all natures. And then blah blah blah, blah blah bloop. After this training session, after finding out the chakras, Sasuke's gonna have a bit more in this timeline, as I'm just gonna say, my usual excuse is, the stage is perfect out. So I'm saying he has fire style, lightning style, water style, and fire, lightning, water. And I'm gonna say he doesn't have a full-on wind style nature. No, yeah, and he has earth style, not wind. Jiraiya also being shocked by this, thinking, wow, so one has all 5 and one has 4. This is gonna be a long training session. And during this training, they both become a lot stronger. Naruto learns the Flying Guardian and actually creates a step, like a level 3 of it. So instead of having to touch something, Naruto sends out invisible chakra hands that he molds himself. And whatever they touch, it's invisible, places the mark. But it does take quite a bit of chakra, but he just uses Sage chakra whenever he's going to do this. And also, John, if Sasuke's about to get the jump on Naruto, as Sasuke's learnt to stay back, and Naruto's like, I'm not using my toes. So as they're fighting, Sasuke's about to get the jump, and he's about to unleash a jutsu, and Naruto says, I need to steal that away. And all of a sudden, something rips out of his back and surrounds Sasuke. He says, oh no, damn it, I used their tails. And he looks up and he sees they're not tails, they're chains. Jiraiya shocked by this says, the chakra seeing in chains. And he explains what the other Naruto and Sasuke, saying how they absorb chakra and all that. And it's using Makujou. This excites Naruto, thinking I'm just one step stronger. Then he thinks about something. And then he activates Sage Mode and shows his toes to Sasuke, explaining everything. And Sasuke says, I want to learn Sage Mode. And Jiraiya said, that's a story for another day. And then Naruto combines his chakra ability and mixes it with his toes. So wherever his toes stab a touch, they absorb chakra at a faster rate than Naruto's chains do. But the chains are just like a thing where you don't want to absorb all the chakra at once. Okay. So, so the fighting's going to be a bit different this time. We're going to have Neji versus Lee, since I really want to see that happen. And then we're going to have Sasuke versus Sakura, which should be a good make-up. We're going to have Shikamaru versus the chakra absorber. And then Ino versus the Orochimaru girl. Choji versus... And then the rest is going to be normal because I can't remember the rest of the people who are in it. Okay, first fight is Neji versus Lee, which is going pretty well until Neji activates his Byakugan and starts attacking Lee. Lee thinking, all my life tormented me, blah blah blah. You forced me into doing stuff. You forced me to think of myself being less than you. Which it's clear that I'm not. But no matter what I do, you make me think I'm less. And I've had enough. And he takes in a deep breath. And he was at second gate. And he gets surrounded in chakra. And fast towards Neji actually landing a hit. This shocks Neji thinking, well, he's fast. And keep in mind, Lee hasn't took off his weight. As instead of just trying to show off his speed, he's trying to get some good hard hits on Neji to let Neji know what true pain feels like. So he sort of pulls the Naruto, or I'll say pain, and blah blah blah, and like pummels Neji until he does the rotation. And Neji, being enraged, takes off his weight, even though Guy told him not to, and starts flying around hitting the shield, trying to find weaknesses until he finds one. He sends all of his chakra. He sends all of his chakra into his hand and hits the shield as hard as he can, and it shatters, and he pummels Neji into the floor. And then the same as Naruto, he took no jutsus him. Okay, next fight, Sakura versus Sasuke. Sakura thinking, oh, my Sasuke wouldn't hurt me. And she starts laughing, and she walks over to him all confidently and goes to hit him, saying, oh, I'm sorry you had to face someone like me, someone you could never be. So thinking that Sasuke will just let her off with it. And this is where anger Sasuke thinking the only one that can't beat is Naruto, and you'll let him and he roundhouses her in the face, causing her to break her nose. By the way, I don't really like Sakura, so I'm gonna make her have a good beat down. So, as they're fighting, I did say Naruto versus Gaara, right? Yeah, good. As they're fighting, Sasuke's having enough of this and activates his Sharingan and pulls out a kunai. He chucks it and it pierces Sakura's leg and she whines out in pain. He appears behind her saying, you want to be a true ninja, but all you ever do is slow us down. You say you're better than Naruto, you hit him every day, he lets you hit him. Probably doesn't even hurt him, he's that strong. What happened when we got attacked? Guess who saved me, Naruto? And guess what you do? You hide behind the Puchipula. You were meant to protect him, but you hid with him. Kakashi sense of knowing how useless you are. Just says, oh, thank you for helping him. You got it so easily. Naruto had to fight for what he has. Strength. And same with me. But you just think you can come off and be better than Naruto, huh? That's what annoys me about you. And after saying this, he pulls up a Chidori into his hand. I'm thinking, no, that's too much. He just covers his hand in lightning and punches her in the gut, knocking her out. But not realising she's knocked out, he slams her head into the ground. Repeatedly waiting for her to say, I give up. Until he sees a drip of blood and decides he's gone far enough. Next round is Naruto versus Gaara, which I know you've all been waiting for. Okay, so as they're fighting, Gaara thinking he's nothing. He goes to attack Naruto with sand, which Naruto breaks with a punch. This shocks Gaara thinking, so you are strong. And they start going at it. This time Gaara sort of respects his opponent and goes off with Taijutsu at first, but realising that Naruto is completely whipping him, and the fact that he can't even stop his own sand half the time and protecting him, he decides not to go with that and just attacks with his sand. Naruto thinking, hey, his sand's strong enough to stop my blows, I guess I can take it seriously, and makes a style of Sengan thinking, I need to destroy that sand. And he slams it into it and controls the sand to become all weak. And he blasts through it and then creates a water style of Sengan, which he slams into Gaara, cutting him, and then he moves the Sengan up around Gaara's head, making nearly drowning Gaara till Gaara pours sand into it, making it fall apart. Gaara panting, thinking, did you just try to kill me, huh? Well, I got to return the favour. And he rips Naruto off and screwing a sound coughing. And all you hear is loud cracks. Cracking. This goes on for like 2 minutes until they're about to subdue Gaara, who's just killed someone. And Sasuke, not thinking straight, nearly starts crying, and he's just been told Naruto's dead. His eyes start burning, and without knowing he's awake in the main Sharingan, but it nearly instantly disappeared as they just see fly sounding everywhere, and 9 red tails swirling. Everyone's thinking, oh no, the 9 tails is out. Just sees Naruto standing there fine, and the Hokage saying Sage mode, and he looks at the guard, Naruto's eyes, and says, that isn't a Sage mode I've ever seen. And then Naruto explains to Gaara what this is and how he made it himself, and he just angers Gaara. He's about to try and pummel Naruto till Naruto swipes one tail and slowly slices Gaara in half before his Sarah protecting him, and he gets launched back. And Naruto says, are you done yet? To which Gaara says no. And then Naruto stabs Gaara with one of his tails lightly and it sucks out nearly all his chakra. This is where Naruto made a fatal mistake. Like Jiraiya said to Naruto in the original, he can only access the Lanto's chakra when he has no chakra left, and Gaara having any chakra, Shukaku takes hold. Start yelling like, hey kid, you're pretty strong. Why don't I leave this kid and I help you train? Just take me out of him. Which Naruto yells at Shukaku saying, are you stupid, and blah blah blah. Then Shukaku, sensing Nine Tails with him, says, hey, Nine Tails, take control of this brat. Using like mind finger like all Toad Beast has it, so I'm just saying for that now. And then Kurama yells at him back saying no. And then Shukaku charges Naruto, which Naruto didn't expect, and slams him. Well, thanks to Sage Mode, it didn't really do any damage. Shukaku thinking, so I'm not that well. Shukaku thinking he can overpower Naruto, start pushing down, but to his surprise, the ground isn't cracking, he's lifting up. And Naruto's spinning him around, slamming him everywhere. By this time, everyone's evacuated, and I just see Naruto spinning and one toes around, and this amazes everyone, and Hinata starts to blush. Naruto says enough, and activates KCM2, which shocks the Shukaku. Again, wow, you really made a bond with him, huh? And they start fighting, and Naruto's actually overpowering him quite easily. And as they're fighting, Everything's going well until Shukaku hits Naruto with his tail, which actually hurts as Naruto's no longer in Sage mode. I still haven't came up with that idea of mixing. I still haven't came up with the idea of mixing chakras together. Until Kurama mentions this, as it's a big weakness of the KCM team. They agree with this, as Kurama not hating Toad tries to do it, and they get the normal thingy that Naruto gets, but this time instead of still being yellow eyes, they're red eyes in the KCM team. And then he sends out 10 tails, not like that, yeah, 10 hands I mean, and he starts fighting Shukaku. It all goes the same until Sasuke appears and starts helping Naruto. After this, Gaara's chakra's been replenished. Not as much as he can take back controls. Oh, that feel good. Not as much as he can take back control of his body, but it's enough for him to be able to wake up and survive. Naruto seeing this decides this is his chance. Oh. He summons Kurama, who faces that with Shukaku as Naruto uses Kurama to place a mark on Shukaku, which he then teleports to him. Shukaku seeing this is about to go attack Naruto until Naruto slams a Earth Shotgun. Oh, there we go. Shukaku's body is like sand. And yes, Naruto can mod it freely, and he starts destroying Shukaku's body, which will regenerate, but still it did hurt a lot. And then he slaps Gaara around the face, which doesn't wake him up. And then Shukaku wraps his toes around Naruto and starts squeezing. And Naruto thinking, I need to end this now. Slams his head into Gaara like in the original, causing them both to bleed. When Gaara wakes up, he starts charging at Naruto. But Naruto using Sage Chakra blitzes Gaara, realising that this will probably just do the opposite. Slows down and lets them both land their punches. And Gaara falls to the floor. Naruto being on Sage mode didn't really feel it, but he fakes falls to the floor. And then they talk it out, and then Gaara apologises, and blah blah blah. This is his first step to taming Shukaku, as now he can control Shukaku's chakra quite a bit. Naruto pummeled Shukaku, which is causing Shukaku to have some respect for him and help out Gaara, but not give him full control. Okay, now we're gonna go to now the other fights are all the same. Actually, Naruto continues into his don't he? When he fights Lee, he destroys Lee, as he's sick and tired of Lee thinking he's better than everyone. Just after beating Neji, which Lee's been a bit overconfident lately. And he pummels Lee with one hit. He just creates an Odama Rasengan and slams it into Lee, sending him flying. As Lee was about to say, you can't use ninjutsu, after the guy said start, Naruto just had enough. Also, I want to mention quickly, how do I have over 200 subscribers? I checked this morning, 170. Checked right a few minutes ago. Guess what I have? 268. That don't work. Damn, I'm not happy, but damn. Anyway, oh yeah. So this causes Lee to calm down a bit and set Naruto as a new rival. And then, as they was about to give up their ranks, the Hokage realizing he's made his own Sage mode. He's showing the powerful beat the 1 tails, controls the 9 tails. I'd have learned Naruto Uzumaki a Jonin. Everyone's shocked by this except for Sasuke and Kakashi. And Sakura's still asleep, so cause Sasuke literally beat her senseless. Which, by the way, if you enjoyed that part, leave a like on the video. If you enjoyed the fact Sasuke did that for the first time in a long time. Yeah. So everyone's all happy for Naruto except for the villagers who don't really like him. Till Naruto sends his bloodlust, you can sense their emotions and sends bloodlust directly at them, scaring them senseless. I was gonna say something else then, but I realised I can't. Yeah. Then Sasuke sees a man with Sharingan and Naruto senses him, and they just disappear, saying thank you to everyone. But instead of going Naruto convinces Sasuke to come up with a plan first. He grabs his hand and teleports to the hotel room Naruto had. But yeah, and Sasuke got promoted to Chunin. Yeah, now when they're at the rooms, they're talking about a plan, and Naruto tells him about Sasuke, about what Itachi, who Itachi is. Naruto already knows, but he tells him about his skills, but Naruto wasn't really sure of, except the fact that he's skilled enough to kill the entire Uchiha clan, the strongest clan in the Leaf Village. And then they hear a knock on the door, and using his sensory abilities, Naruto says, "That's him with another person." Then Naruto opens up his window and places a mark on the wall next to it, and closes it again. He looks for the door and says, "Who is it?" And then Itachi, trying to fool him, is about to say room service, until which Naruto opens the door, which after this Akuna flies at Itachi, who he expected this being Itachi after all, and grabs it and throws it back, which Naruto was hoping he would do, as he used Akuna to place a seal on Itachi. So he transferred the seals that he placed on Akuna to Itachi, and Naruto catches that one, and then teleports to Kakashi and slices him, which causes a little cut on his cheek. Itachi, being impressed by this, is a bit distracted by Naruto, so he doesn't really realise there's a fireball coming his way until the last moment, and he dodges. Kisame, or the shark guy, I think it's Kisame. But Kisame, decides to take on Sasuke. He's a lot stronger than he expected, and they're fighting, which leaves Itachi and Naruto, which Sasuke isn't happy about. Naruto consents, so he says, "I got a plan." And as they start fighting, he launches Itachi through a wall, using a wind style Rasengan, which Itachi let happen as he knew Naruto's plan, and he wanted to speak to his brother, Sasuke, which Itachi hasn't realised that Sasuke is awoken his Mangekyou Sharingan yet. As they do this, when Itachi appears, Sasuke's shocked, thinking, "Oh, Naruto's that strong." And then Naruto appears next to Sasuke using the flying Raja. And he grabs Sasuke and teleports back to the hotel room, which confuses Itachi as well until he activates his Sharingan. And as they get to the hotel room, they get caught in a ceiling jutsu, which Itachi just says, not infinite, he just says, "Tsukuyomi," and his eyes turn. And Sasuke, seeing this, he's getting annoyed, and he breaks Naruto out of it, using it a weird way. He sends all his chakra that he can through Naruto, and it kickstarts Kurama, who sends his chakra at the same time, replenishing Sasuke's and making Sasuke a lot stronger, sending a boost to his eyes, which forces him to awaken again. Itachi, being shocked by this, saying, You already have your Mangekyou. I guess there's no need for me right now, then, is there?" As he says this, he thought about saying, "Wait a minute, this is my chance. I can return home." And as he says this, Kisame, or whatever his partner, says, "What do you mean?" Until he can't feel his body anymore. His head's on the floor, and he's dead. And then after this, Itachi puts both of them in a Tsukuyomi, explaining what happened to them. And blah blah blah, blah blah blah. And after feeling like a weakened Tsukuyomi, Sasuke finally forgives Itachi, as long as Itachi agrees to train him. And yeah, Sasuke has his his Mangekyou Sharingan. Itachi's back, and Naruto's a Chunin, and Sasuke's a Chunin. Well guys, hope you enjoy, because time went really fast in this video, my bad. Hope you enjoy. Like and subscribe if you did, and yeah, see you next time. Peace. Also, like goal for this video's 40. Now what if Naruto was a Senju Uchiha Hyuga, and these marquees coming right literally after this. And, yeah, if you enjoyed, like and subscribe, and peace.